All right. Hello, welcome to the May 12th, 2026 LSP Board Meeting. I'm Diane Baxter, Chair of the LSP Board. As always, the board encourages active participation. If a member of the public would like to participate in the meeting, please type your question in the chat feature. And Chris will convey that to us, I guess. I encourage all board members to turn your cameras on. Cell phones on silent mode. I will now proceed with roll call to establish who is participating today and confirm quorum. David Austin.
Yes.
Gail Batchelder.
Present.
Oh, good, she got it. She's having trouble, but she got it. Okay.
All right, Gail's here. Kathy Campbell.
Present.
Craig Ellis.
He was listed.
Craig's
He's on mute.
He's on mute. All right, we got Craig is here. Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
Is here. Greg McBride.
I am here.
Great. Paul McKinley.
I am here.
All right. Deirdre Manoyo.
Here.
Deirdre's here. Jamie Smith.
Present.
And Diane Baxter. We have a full slate. Why don't we go around the room to say who's here?
I'm Terry Wood. I'm the LSP Board Executive Director.
Matt Lyon, board staff member.
Chris Borges, Mass DEP.
David Austin, LSP board.
All right, and I think Natasha Dix, board staff, is also online. All right, Chris, could you let us know who else from the public is participating today?
We have is this not working?
You got it there, that list to the right.
If it says 14, then there were only
Right.
you.
Well, because you had
Here we go. Lori McCarthy, Mary Ellen Morris, Michelle Zilch, Nancy Fitzpatrick. Twice.
All right, welcome. Okay, first up is the Continuing Education Committee meeting. David, can I turn it over to you?
Sure, starting Continuing Ed Committee meeting at 12:07. Any announcements or changes to the agenda?
Nope.
Meeting minutes from last month. Any comments or edits or motion to approve?
I'll move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Second.
A yes is approving the minutes from last April. Gail,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
David's a yes. Diane,
Yes.
Greg,
Oh, yes. I answered for Greg. Sorry. This is Greg.
yes. Craig and Greg.
Greg, well,
I
Greg
thought-
didn't answer. I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, my fault. If he's
Kurt, Kathy,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Deirdre.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we need to, did Craig actually answer?
Yeah, I think
Did he? Okay.
no, that was me. So he's either still on silent or not present here.
Craig, are you there? Craig with a C?
It looks like he might have dropped off.
Okay.
Question. Old business on-demand course inventory. We've got a summary of approved on-demand course inventory as of last month. And there's 3 pages, and I think the idea was to go through it and see what courses are maybe outdated or not applicable anymore because of reg changes.
Yeah, can you give an update on that, or if you want a summary? Can you open up that file
It's called the on-demand course list.
Is it attached to that?
Yeah, let's keep going down a little bit. This. Yeah,
On
yeah,
demand.
on demand, yeah, put that up. So at the last meeting, we talked about this, some of the on-demand courses that might be older and possibly have some outdated information, or just maybe just take a look at it based on the date that the on-demand course initially started, or the topics that was discussed there. So I went through our approved course list and I came up with a subset of all the on-demand courses. 37 total on-demand courses. And there were others that were approved, but they're not on the LSP website as being available, so I didn't put them on the list. Not to worry about that. So these are existing on-demand courses. There's essentially 3 course providers that provide on-demand courses for LSPs. The LSPA is most predominant with 28. Midwest Geosciences, they're at the bottom there. They have 8 courses. Topics are mainly about geology, hydrogeology. I don't think that information has changed over the years. But you can certainly talk about that if you like. Another course provider, environmental workshops. They have one at the top of the list. The basics of biochemistry-based remediation. That was only not even 3 years old, so I don't think you really need to look at that. But that's on the list, and then the other 27 or 28 are LSPA on-demand courses. I did highlight 3 in red. Can you scroll up, Chris? So you can kind of see there's 3 there. You can see the dates that are highlighted in red. Based on those older dates and the topics, some of those topics, information may have changed. The LSPA did send us an email where they have 4 that they're going to ask the presenters to look into. They're being proactive. And so they're going to double check a few things and have those presenters make sure everything's still relevant and up to date. There
Is the
one
list
course.
different than the 3 that you've identified?
Of the 4 they're looking into, 2 were the ones, the 2 DEP courses right there. Those were on their list too. But there was one course, Chris, if you scroll up to the first page, 1701, March 15, 2020, PFAS perspectives, lessons learned from a decade of experience. It's an LSPA course. The presenters were Regenesis and Antea Group. The information was about creating sampling programs, plans, and also what to do with the data, how to crunch the data, methods for doing that. So I highlighted that in case you want to have that looked at, as PFAS has obviously changed over the years, and some of the sampling programs, the guidance document that DEP uses, that's been updated since 2020, been updated a couple times.
Might be good to have them look into that as well.
I thought so, that's why I let it, but I'll let you decide what you'd like to be done next.
I flagged a few. I mean, I skimmed over the technical ones. But the LSP board one from 2023 out of 2024, I don't know if that's still relevant. 1855.
Oh, based on new regs.
Yeah, that's probably talking about what we were planning. Yeah, that's something to look at.
And then the telemetry one, 2019.
Oh, that was, yep.
That's probably gonna be outdated soon. And then PFAS and mass drinking water in 2020. These are ones you already had.
Yeah, those are both in red that I already had, and those are actually 2 that the LSPA is having the presenters look at.
And then last one was Brownsfield's Environmental Justice Guidance in Progress. It's only 3 years old, but I don't know if that's changed.
Matt, did you check to see, are all these courses currently available to take on demand on the various websites?
Yeah, so for the LPA, these are all on their website available. For Midwest Geosciences, I've seen a lot of people submit those in the past year or 2, so I think those are all still available in environmental workshops. They still have that course listed on their website.
Great. I think it's a smaller list than we thought last month.
That's good. So the additional ones that, did we end up with just one additional one from your list, David? Compared to the list that,
Did you
Yeah.
have the?
just the LSP board one?
No, I didn't have that one highlighted, so that one and the Brownfields course 1811,
Yeah,
David mentioned those, I think there were two courses that did.
Who was the, who gave the Brownfields course?
DEP.
Okay, yeah, we can look into that.
And we can look at the LSP board one. I feel like it focused mainly on disciplinary stuff, so there might not be much changes, but I'd have to look at the slides, because I don't remember if
Yeah.
they talked about credits or any of that.
Right, I think.
I don't
I did
remember.
a section, you did a section.
And Matt did
And
some
then Matt
too,
did a section.
yeah.
Renewals, maybe the renewals may have had some credit.
Maybe, I don't remember off the top of my head, but we
Yeah.
can easily look at that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Clarification, what, I thought I heard David say 1855 as one that, and I don't see it on the list. Did I
Yeah,
miss
it's
it?
under the, it's at the bottom of the first page, Chris, can you scroll down a little bit more?
That was the LSP board,
Oh, actually,
Oh, I
I'm
see
sorry.
it now. Thank you. Yep,
1855.
Yep. thanks.
So going on to new business, there's 3 course requests and a conference request. The first course request is from the LSPA, lessons learned, notice of audit findings, paper intrusion, membership meeting next month. And then the second one from the LSPA is beach restoration program, the May monthly meeting, membership meeting. Both of them are 1 credit, webinar, and future on demand. So we make a motion to approve the 2 approval requests from the LSPA.
Second that?
If you look, this is Greg. I will be happy to move that, but I did look at the details related to the Mastic Beach restoration, and it's very slight association with the MCP, but it's only 1 credit, and I'm sure there's an interesting topic that has some relevance, but there's nothing about the MCP, obviously being in New York. But I'll make a motion to approve those 2.
Thank you.
Marianne Morris commented, we can have presenters review that content as well. We've asked Mass DEP to review 4 Mass DEP led courses.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, so approving these 2 requests from the LSPA, yes. Gail,
Yes.
Craig,
Golden statue. And I guess some priests or some something like it's not a golden calf. Holy cow, but it's like, well,
Emilio, you?
Yeah.
David's a yes. Diane,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Brian, Kirk,
Yeah.
Kathy,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Deirdre.
Yes.
Great, thank you. The third request is from Mass DEP, 2 DEP credits, going over the new AUL guidance, live webinar in June, and future on-demand course. I make a motion to approve.
You know,
Second.
Any discussions from the board or the public?
the thing that he gives everyone the idea that there's a
No, it's muted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so like
yes is approving. Gail,
Yes.
was just note that
Craig,
it's like yes.
David's a yes. Diane,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Wait, who was? I'm like, oh my god, that's hilarious. I mean, it's like
Yes.
okay, Kathy,
Yes.
Paul,
yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Deirdre.
Yes.
Great, thank you. The last request is Brownsfield Coalition of the Northeast Conference. 1 1 to 2 credits in June in Springfield. I didn't look to see the hours, the total times, but I don't think it matters, right? It's,
Right,
you're just getting
you can get,
for
It's
attendance.
the thing that I counted 11 hours total, so be, 5.5 credits max, well, probably maybe 6 or 8.
yeah, I guess it depends on how they're, or did they say they were gonna time every course or just people in
Just check in
general?
and check out.
Even at those numbers, just checking.
Check in.
Entry and then you sign out and there's times for networking, I'm sure that's included and.
If you only stayed half a day, you just get it for half the hours that you were.
Yep.
Make a motion to approve the conference request.
I'll second
Second.
that.
Any discussions from the board or the public?
So for the, this is Paul here, for the conference, it's a 2 to 1, 2 hours attended for 1 credit? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, all good.
that's what we do for all conferences.
Lash out.
So a yes is approving. Gail,
Yes.
Greg,
Yeah.
David's a yes, Diane,
Yes,
Greg, McBride,
Yes.
Kurt,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes,
Jamie,
Yes.
and Deirdre.
Yes.
Brian's point to that?
Great, so that's the end of the meeting and we meet again
No, who's pulling it?
June 9th. And it's 12:21.
So is that why they're scrambling so hard? Because they're trying to do whatever they can to like save their ass because they know.
Don't they
okay,
know there's a loud person talking behind them? I don't get it.
I know.
It's pretty obvious to me.
Oh, no.
okay, so that brings us to the Professional Conduct Committee meeting, but due to a lack of agenda items, we will not be holding Professional Conduct Committee meeting this month. We'll resume once we have an agenda. So that brings us to the board meeting. Call to order at 12:22. I do not have any more announcements. Do you have anything, Terry?
I have a couple changes to the agenda.
Okay,
One is, Sneha Kalagarla is not available today, so she was listed as giving us an update, so we won't be doing that part of the agenda. Also, yesterday afternoon, the board received a letter from the LSPA regarding the LSP exam. That letter was sent to all board members yesterday afternoon, and if the board wants to discuss that letter, we could discuss it when we're discussing the exam subcommittee. And that's it for changes.
great. So, let's see. So I guess we need to adopt, I think I would propose to adopt the changed agenda without Sneha's participation and then with the additional topic. Do we need to vote to?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. Very good. Draft minutes from the meeting held on April 14th. Does anyone have any comments?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Yes is approving minutes. David,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk.
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
yes,
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane is a yes. Okay, next then is decisions regarding licensing of applicants. Matt? Could you report out?
Yep, we have 2 candidates. They considered today, Chris, can you open up the ARP docket? There's in front of you, first candidate, Natalie Burke. Number 6211. Application review panel number 366, which was members McKinley, Minoyo, and Ellis, reviewed this application. This applicant is a standard track candidate, 2015. This applicant claimed 9+ years of total experience, with 6+ years of that being relevant professional experience. The ARP met on April 16th to review and discuss the application. The ARP felt the applicant met the minimum requirement for relevant professional experience with her role at EPA as a project manager for Superfund sites. Her application had good project write-ups, and her references further amplified her roles and project work. So with that, the ARP recommended that Ms. Burgo be approved to take the exam.
Okay, I move to approve Natalie Virgo for taking the exam.
Second.
Second.
All right. And we'll call roll. David,
Yes.
Gail,
Oops. Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and yes. Okay, next one.
Next one is Ian Martz, number 6289. Application review panel number 367, which was members Austin, Franklin, and Campbell. This applicant is a standard track candidate, Bachelor of Science degree in 2007. The applicant claimed 16 years of total experience with 10+ years of relevant professional experience. The ARP met last week on May 7th to review and discuss the application. The ARP made comments that the application was very good, easy to approve. The application had a lot of MCP experience documented with a good variety of projects and a clear separation between TPE and RPE. So with that, the ARP recommended that Mr. Martz be approved to take the exam.
All right, I move to allow to vote to approve Ian Martz to take the exam.
Second.
All right. And voting. David,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk.
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane is a yes. Okay, next we have renewal dockets. Natasha, I think, was gonna report out on that.
Hi, thanks. We have 2 dockets today with a total of 6 LSPs seeking renewal. Thanks.
Okay, and the oops, disappeared. Okay, so the first is a standard for the expiration date of 4:30. They got things in on time, right?
Yes.
Motion to approve docket number 1.
Second.
All right, and taking roll, David,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane is a yes. The next docket was for someone who got a 90-day extension. The new expiration date will be January. We'll revert back to January. James Murphy.
Motion to approve docket 2.
Second.
All right. David Austin,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
Yeah.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Deirdre,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane is a yes. Okay, Matt, will you report out on the renewal status report?
So for this recent renewal group of April 30th, there was a short list of 17 LSPs on that list. We had 10 LSPs that were approved last month and the month before, and 6 approved moments ago. And then there was one LSP that let their license lapse with their hope to renew within a year.
All right. I don't think we have any other renewal related matters. Licensing related matters. Matt, do you have some ARPs to schedule?
Yep. So for an existing ARP for Eric Ortonen, that's ARP number 367, members Austin, Franklin, and Campbell. We're waiting on the last reference to us. That's received soon. The ARP plans to meet by the end of the month to review that application. Then we have 2 new applications received recently. Brian Gammons from Ty and Bond and Paige Cochran from BHB. So I'm looking for volunteers on that ARP, which is 8.
I can serve. Yeah.
I can too, Matt.
Man, I'm happy to, but I can't do Page. I got to recuse on that one.
Yeah, I can on either, Matt.
I can do it, Deirdre.
If you need another LSP, Greg can do it.
I just think I need 3. So is everyone comfortable doing both? If you're stepping up?
I can't, Matt.
Okay. So Craig was next. Hey, Craig, did you say you would want to do these 2?
Greg said he was available, yes.
Yeah, I'm available on each.
Okay. So we'll go Diane, Gail, and Greg. Is that good? Okay. You want to send
That's
it? Hope we got that right. If I didn't get it right, let me know now.
Just send the meeting invite to Craig.
Oh, the Craig, not Greg. I'm confused. Thank you, everybody.
All right, Natasha, can you report out on the inactive status report and fees?
Yes. Currently we have 2 LSPs that are on inactive status. For our total number active, we have 388. And for our annual fees report, suspension notices were sent out April 2nd via e-place notification and certified mail. LSPs have 90 days from the date listed on their invoice to make payment or face license revocation. Please note payments will need to be received by the close of business on July 1st. Payments can be made via e-place accounts using either the pay online or pay by mail option. If using the pay by mail option, please be sure to include your LSP number on your check, as this will ensure your account is credited properly. As of this morning, we have 3 outstanding invoices. Initially, we were at 10 suspended. 7 have settled their balances. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Next is exams. Matt?
Just an update on the exam subcommittee. They met last week on May 6th to review questions that examinees submit to the board. The exam subcommittee will meet again next month, June 17th, to continue to evaluate the recent exams. Also, the fall exam dates have been set up. It's the first week of November, November 3rd through November 5th at the DEP office in Worcester. What else? Next.
Yeah, I guess so. So we got a letter yesterday addressed to the board from the LSPA about the exam, raising some questions, some requests for additional information about the exam results from the last couple of administrations. with also some proposals about how to maybe increase the pass rate in the future, and asking whether the board wants to participate with the LSPA to work toward trying to help people do better on the exam. And the letter also, referenced a concern about the declining number of LSPs, and that if the exam is a impediment to new LSPs coming on board. So I don't know if you want to talk about the letter.
You said you sent a letter to us?
Yeah, yesterday afternoon, Natasha sent it. Did other people get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Or maybe,
Yeah, I got it as well.
we'll make sure.
Make sure you get it.
That's fine.
So yeah, that's what the letter said. I don't know if people want to discuss it now or.
Could we hold off on discussing it till the exam committee meets again? Other than to say, certainly, I would say we were going to look into all of those issues, if that makes sense to everybody.
I agree. I believe that that the LSP has raised some good points, and especially about what is open book and what's not. But I agree with having the exam committee continue to look at the exams.
Yeah, I think we already talked last month about doing a lot of this analysis anyway. I thought it was interesting. I don't know if we talked about it, but particularly looking for particular subject areas that seem to have a low success rate.
And that's what the exam committee, it's on the exam committee's agenda to do most of that. I think most, if not all, of the analysis that was presented in that letter.
So, and since I'm not an active member of the exam committee, are you thinking of looking at the exams and re-rating the exam for difficulty? I know that when having taken all 520 questions or whatever it was, there certainly were many of the difficult ones that I had trouble with, especially when it came to looking at or having to recall without looking the guidance documents. And I just wondered if the committee is thinking about rescaling or whatever the term is, the difficulty.
I don't think at this stage we are, but that doesn't mean it's anything like that is off the table. I think we need to look at everything, and we're not done yet. So,
Okay.
I think it might also be worth looking at, because we have that unique knowledge on the board, is the background of the candidates, the applicants that we are reviewing and approving. Because what we might be finding is that people are more specialized than ever before, and there might not be that breadth of experience or knowledge, and it could be a factor.
I think we've talked about that on the board before, that the sort of, or at least in the exam committee, things have changed, I think, in the way the practice works. And that's exactly right. That's my opinion too, is that it's possible that people aren't getting the breadth of experience that they used to. And so you might have a lot of experience, a lot of years, but it may not be across the board. And that's why I think looking at the subject matters, the subject matter categories that people are having issues with, I think that's really important, because that's where I think we can help the LSPA focus on those areas and tell people, just because you don't work on it now where you're working doesn't mean you won't in the future, and you have to be prepared. So here's some study guides or something like that.
This is Greg. My comment generally is having only 2 interactions with the exam, once and taking it in 1994, and then taking this last group of questions that went into the exams. It is certainly more difficult now than it was back at that time when there's very little guidance and a lot of unstated approaches to things. So I think there's there certainly is some valid questions about the difficulty. But again, I leave that to those that are more intimate with it.
And
Yeah,
I just
I would
like to,
just,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I would just add, we just have to take care in, jumping to conclusions. There was an extensive process that we went through to establish these exam questions. What is the name of the person?
Psychometrician.
That name wasn't coming to me, but the psychometrician evaluated it. That person came up with what the passing rate should be through accepted methodology. So we don't want to rush to conclusions. The other thing is these tests are 100% new. These tests represent half of the questions are new, but half of the questions are the same questions that we've always had. So we really have to look holistically. And one thing that's complicating the analysis is, we have what, 4 different exams here. We've had a total of 31, I think, people or incidents of test taking. You divide that up by 4 exams, and you don't have a huge data set statistically speaking. So I think just we have to show, be thorough, keep an open mind, look into all these things, but be careful not to jump to conclusions that, there's something wrong with the exams that we came up with. I think, doing this analysis first, is warranted before we draw any conclusions.
I absolutely agree about not jumping to conclusions. And I'll comment that the psychometrician's job was not to figure out how difficult the exam was. That was a computational effort after the individuals who took the questions rated them. So the psychometrician really wasn't the one deciding, other than through the mathematical algorithms or whatever as he was using. The ones who took the exam had to take the exam, each of the questions, and then rate them. And there are times when we had widely different views on individual questions as to how difficult they were. And so I think there's plenty of conversation to be had about, where about a series of questions which we could easily identify. I'm sure Matt can identify the ones that had a lot of divergent views.
And I think that's part of what we talked about in the last exam, the most recent exam committee meeting. But we need to get apparently we have to get something from the psychometrician's database to be able to assess what we rated them versus how well they're performing. In terms of, we said we think 75% of the people should get this right, and maybe only 35% did. Well, that's a question that we would then look at.
Exactly. And I agree about the process, and I agree with Diane's comments. I'm just commenting that the psychometrician wasn't the one rating the questions.
But they were he was the person helping us to make an exam that's consistent with standard licensing exam practices. It not in terms of the content, but in terms of, it coming to agreement, like that whole idea. If we were really divergent, his job was to say, well, let's discuss it and figure out why everybody thinks the way they do, rather than just accepting this wide divergence and taking the average. So, I mean, that is what it is, still computational, but it's like he does help us better understand why we rated things the way we did.
I'm not trying to play his role. I remember the conversations, the very prolonged sessions that we had about some of these questions, and it was really us who were deciding.
Yes,
difficulty.
Absolutely. One of the things I wanted to suggest is that we could put something together for the LSPA to, I don't know how they'd publish it, but basically just a little bit more detailed summary of the exam, how the exam was created, and the history of how the exam was created, and all this other stuff that would just provide a little bit more background, because very few people understand the psychometrician part. They don't understand the cut score workshop part, all of which is certainly reasonable to explain to people.
Yeah, Yeah, they were, I mean, I think that the letter from the LSPA was, very good, very reasonable, and it includes a lot of good information that I think we already had identified most or all of the suggestions, of how to look into the exam. And then, has some interesting suggestions moving forward. So I think we can continue the discussion as we get into the data more.
And I don't want to speak for other board members, but I would certainly be willing to some effort to work together with the LSPA to facilitate practice sessions or however you want to call it. I mean, we used to do some of that, not like practice questions, but we'd certainly have the board members would go to like a meeting of the people, they'd schedule something with people that were going to be taking the exam, and they could ask us questions. We could go over the kinds of things people are expected to know, stuff like that. I mean, that used to be something we did.
Some good ideas for discussion, continued discussion there. Anyone else have any comments on that topic? All right.
Anybody from the public? Okay.
Right, we'll move on to the next item, which, let's see, is a report from the Continuing Education Committee.
Sure, we met today. We reviewed an initial list of on-demand courses and their relevancy. And there's some that have been flagged that content's gonna be looked at. And then we approved 4 new offerings, one of them a conference. And we're meeting next month on June 9th.
Right, thank you. Personal budget and fees. Harry, anything to report?
I just have a little bit more information about the budget process. Since we last met, the House has issued its proposed budget, and it comes in the same as the governor's proposed budget for fiscal year 2027, which is about $386,897. Which is down a bit from what we got in FY 26, which was $394,154. But the next step is for the Senate to issue their budget, and then for there to be a final numbers.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
All right, status of board member vacancies. We have a candidate for the environmental seat, open environmental seat on the board. Terry and I spoke to that person. We think the person is a good candidate, and the paperwork for approval is on its way through the system, or it has started into the system, I guess. It's more, it's with the commissioner's office. It still has to go to EEA, the secretariat, and then it has to go to the governor's office. So we are no longer in control of the process. But we're happy that we have an interested, very well qualified candidate. So
That's great.
hopefully we'll have a new member soon. Let's see. I don't think we have any other business. And our next meeting then is June 9th. Same time, same place. Adjourned at 12:50.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
David, I forwarded that email that Natasha, but you should have it now. Okay, I don't know if you were just
I just
remember
looked
they
through,
left
yeah, I
off.
just looked through all my email, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, maybe somehow. You should have it now.
Thank you.